Hey, what's up everybody? Eric with Solobox. So yesterday I had a little bit of a issue here in the shop, a little accident. So I was trying to use the crane to pick Biff up to put new wheels on it because new parts that I'm designing require that aluminum come out the back here, and I needed more clearance. So this is going to have to be able to be moved out away from the wall at any given moment. And so this tool's been sitting up on blocks to give me a little bit more height for a long, basically since I got it anyway. And so it looks like these wheels will keep that height pretty consistent with what I had with the 4x4 blocks, except for that it's going to give me a little bit of movement ability. And so I don't really like how this thing is built. The weight bias for it is definitely to the front, and look at what you get for a footprint. Just that little spot there, and these two short little legs in the back, and the two little legs in the back are basically useless because if you pull on this, it wants to come over on you. This tool weighs almost 900 pounds. And so, one thing, you know where I really went wrong was when I organized the shop last time, because everything out here has got a spot, and so my yellow toe strap, I couldn't find it for my life. I ended up trying to use, these came from a little, one of these ratcheting deals, and I thought if I wrapped it around a few times I'd be good. Well, it snapped on me, and so I couldn't find the yellow toe strap anywhere, and that's usually what I'll use to pick up heavy tools like the shear and the brakes. And so I couldn't find it because I had reorganized. Now this, it had a spot, and that spot was up there in the rafters where it was always rolled up. If I needed it, I could grab it. Well, yeah, so I moved it, couldn't find it. And so I was picking this up yesterday, strap broke, and Biff fell face forward onto the legs of the crane. It looks like the only real damage that I did was actually to the crane itself. You can see this wheel over here is not looking so good, but you know, it took about a 900-pound dead blow. It wasn't like it fell all the way, like boom. It kind of eased down and fell, I don't know, like the last, I don't know, like 10 inches or something, but still, you're not going to want to be in the way of that. And then actually I was trying to move it again. I was trying to get the weight back, and I heard a little popping noise inside of my wrist, and I don't know, it's feeling okay today. But yeah, shop safety is something that's kind of important. I wasn't wearing my hard hat, and I'm glad I didn't need it. But anyway, yeah, I got him standing back up. Basically, that happened 2 days ago. Yesterday was the Super Bowl, and I didn't even come out to the shop. I just basically stayed in the house and did some pre-spring cleaning stuff, and just left this alone and kind of gave some thought to, you know, how am I going to get that back up onto its feet? And what I ended up, you know, sometimes it's just a good idea to step away from things for a bit. And so I finally, I came up with a game plan. I found the yellow strap. It was over there in the corner in that red toolbox in the bottom drawer. And so what I ended up deciding I would try to do is to hook the yellow strap to the back, and then have it come up across the front here, not hook onto anything. And that way it sort of acted like a sling. And I almost ran out of lifting. This was all the way up for sure. It didn't have much more room that it could have gone. It barely got it up to the point where I was able to stand on this back leg and get it back onto its feet again. Man, you do not want this thing landing on you. It's a lot of weight, and you know, it's kind of a challenge. It's interesting. It's always interesting to get to move stuff like this around. Man, it's just, yeah, you got to be really, really careful. You do not want that to land on you. So I don't think I did any damage to it. Now, this here, if it moves, and actually you can see where there's a little line scribed in there. I don't know if it moved at all. I think it's pretty much right where it was. But if this moves at all, you can see how it pinches on here. If it moves at all, then all of these little things that I use to make different bends, like this will make a perfect 45 in an 18-inch wide piece of metal. Well, all of them will have to be recalibrated if that moved at all. I don't think I did any damage, but as far as adjusting the other parts of the lathe, shouldn't be any big deal. I was kind of concerned because it was laying on this arm, kind of weird. Scratched up the concrete a little bit in some spots. And I did a little bit of damage to some parts that I'm working on right now, actually, too. These are waiting to become boxes. But as luck would have it, where I got some stuff landed on this, that all gets notched out. Everything on the far side of the line, this all gets notched out anyway. So although it did kind of do a little damage, it's not going to matter in the long run. I'm grateful for that, because if I had ruined all of those, that's several $1,000s worth of mistake. Cha-ching, ouch. So anyway, just trying to reclaim the yellow strap, how to get it back after I got it back on its feet, because the strap, the hooks were under here. And so I've been tinkering with picking it back up and trying to reclaim everything. You can see it's still sitting on that little piece of wood right there and this piece here. So I've got to pick it up one last time, get that stuff out from underneath of it, and then I'll have it sitting on the ground proper where it ought to be. Now what I think I'm going to do with the wheels is, I built this to make the shear so that it was mobile, and I basically bought the same wheels again. I think I'm gonna go out and buy some angle iron today and do something similar on this tool here. This worked out really well. This weighs about 100 pounds less, and those wheels do just fine. So I'm thinking it'll work well on this, and I think it's going to be a lot better to have this on a footprint that's got four contact zones instead of 3. I don't know who designed this, but you can definitely tell that they weren't really thinking things through. Because like I said, the weight bias, definitely it wants to come forward on you. So anyway, that's about what's going on today. I'm going to do a little bit of shipping today. We got snowpocalypse going on outside. Yesterday was the Super Bowl, which for me marks the end of winter. But look what happened. We'll be putting the truck in 4-wheel drive later today and going to the metal yard. It's still coming down. I guess, you know, I'm okay with that, but I like it when football season is over and I know that spring, I just looked this morning, it looks like we're about 25 days out. I'm looking forward to spring. If I had my way, it'd be perpetual late spring year round. Would be good with me. Perfect riding, get a little bit of everything weather-wise. So anyway, Eric with Solobox, I'm going to get back to work here. I'm glad that it doesn't look like there's any real substantial damage that came with this, and I will look forward to having wheels on this. I will make another video after I get it done. Eric with Solobox, talk to you guys later.